Welcome to the PSR YouTube channel. Hey, I love YouTube. YouTube's awesome. It's awesome. You should become a YouTube creator. Totally. This video will get monetized. Yes.
Whoa, yeah. We're having lots of family fun now. Whoa, yeah. None of these are real guns now. Whoa, yeah. Also got a Patreon, the link is in description. Got some merch too, yeah, you know you wanna get some.
Thank you for being patient. I think we've stroked the algorithm enough for today. The video starts in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of PSR. Today on the channel we got the Wraithworks Warscorp 9. This is a 9mm PCC that's based on the AR platform, but it takes Scorpion mags. And I know you might be saying, well, that's nothing new. Daniel Defense has their PCC, which I don't even know if it's out yet. It debuted at SHOT Show, and that also takes Scorpion mags. This is a third the price of the Daniel Defense, and it does everything that the Daniel Defense does. I'm really curious to see how it shoots and everything. Before we get into it though, I gotta thank the channel sponsor for PSR, and that is Aves Engineering. Guys, if you like squirted projects like me, if you're an enthusiast of squirting, then Aves is your friend, because Aves has got all the rails for all your squirted projects that involve glizzies. I like me a big fat glizzy sometimes, especially a squirted one, and you need those Aves rails on there to get that thing to cycle and function right. You could also hit up Aves and get some cool Mac uppers. They offer a bunch of different uppers, different Cerakoted colors, some nice squirted grips as well. Never use the code PSR for 10% off your entire order from Aves. Just never do it. And once again, thank you Aves for sponsoring this channel. All right, so a little bit more information about the Wraithworks Warscorp 9. So this is 9mm, an 8.5-inch barrel. It's AR essentially, except there are a couple little proprietary changes with this. So this upper receiver is a billet receiver, and you see it's got these relief cuts for weight. Aesthetically, maybe I'm not the hugest fan of like this kind of a look, but I know that this definitely probably does take some weight off of the upper, which is always good. The lower is ambi entirely, and like I said, it uses Scorpion mags. So we've got the cool paddle release, just like an AK, which is really neat, and it's just like the regular Scorpion, where you press this paddle in. So you can even take the mag out and do like the AK rack thing. But it's also got ambi release where your AR normally is. So right here at your pointer finger, you can release it, and that actually actuates this. So that's pretty cool. So it's just like a normal AR. We've got ambi controls on both sides. As far as the accessories and stuff that we've got on here, the grip here came with the gun, and it's actually an adjustable angle grip by X-Tech, but it's X-Tech for Wraithworks, so it's got the Wraithworks logo on it and stuff. The other really cool thing about this is this side charging handle. The Daniel Defense does not have this, and I actually prefer this as opposed to the one back here, because it's just more natural, especially on the PCC, and it folds forward, so it goes forward like that. You can also bring the bolt forward by just grabbing this and just releasing it, like that, bringing it back. But it is honestly going to be way easier to use the Scorpion style. You can go this side, or you can go this side. So it's ambi everything, literally, except for the charging handle. Yeah, you can't put the charging handle on this side, but this, where the charging handle would normally go, has this little, I guess like a little block here. Everything else, the castle nut staked. I'm pretty sure you can swap out pretty much any AR furniture with this thing. Like I said, 8.5-inch barrel, 1 in 10 twist. It's a standard AR-9, but with some pretty cool features that I think are totally worth it, because everyone's seen the AR-9s with the Glock mags. They're fine, I guess, but they don't look very cool. Some of them don't have the ability to do bolt hold open and other things, so this really makes it great, because you can obviously bolt hold open with the Scorpion mags. Scorpion mags are plentiful and cheap and available, cheaper than Glock mags, like a 30 rounder at least. You can get the 35 round capacity. It's a really nifty magazine to design a gun around, in my opinion. And I just think it looks aesthetically so nice, so cool. What I did to upgrade this thing, so it doesn't normally come with this trigger, it comes with the mil-spec trigger. So I added this trigger. This is a MimTac 9mm specific AR-9 compatible trigger. I think around 3.5 pounds, so it should be nice and lightweight. And I also took off the muzzle brake and put a Radical Defense. They have an adapter that I had that was lying around, so I just wanted to use that with my can. Now, I do have a can that we're gonna try this with. I do have subsonic rounds we'll try this with. We have a Surefire mini scout light here. And then we have this, which is I think the coolest part of this thing. So this is a laser by AMMJ. It's called the Penumbra. I've used it on a few other guns. It's a really cool laser, mainly because it performs really well, and especially for the price point, and it is obviously civilian powered, so it's not full power. This is an RMR cut Gideon optic. I forget what the name of it is. Sorry guys, but this is an RMR cut and it goes directly on top of the laser, so you can mount the laser where you'd mount your optic. Frees up rail space, especially on a PCC like this. It's hard to have the laser up front with the flashlight and then doing the cable management. This here, I've got the cable wired here so that I can actuate the laser. We got the Strike Industries little cable management there. It stays put. It's just a really cool system. So shouts out to Marvin at AMMJ. This is a cool laser, cool piece of kit. The Emissary handbrake, SBA 3 brace. You know, the brace thing. Fuck the NFA. That is the WraithWorks Warscorp 9. I figured let's just do some plinking, do some shooting with it. I've got a can. We're gonna shoot it unsuppressed first with some supers, and then we're gonna shoot the rest of it with subs because I got a bunch of subs. So we'll see how this thing does. I'm stoked to shoot it. Let's do it.
Guys, before we get into the rest of the video, I gotta thank today's video sponsor, and that is Arms List. If you guys ever wanted to either buy or sell a gun on the used marketplace and maybe your local FFL didn't have what you wanted, well, you can think of Arms List as kind of like a Facebook marketplace or Craigslist for guns, accessories, optics, and stuff like that. With over 95,000 listings, you're surely going to find something you're interested in at Arms List. You can set your preferences to look locally in your area, or you can go through their dealer network, which spans nationwide. If you're interested in signing up with Arms List, I would never in a million years use the code PSR for a first month fee of only 99 cents. 99 cents for the first month. You can check it out, see if you can find anything. If you don't like it, you can always cancel. Having a sponsor for these videos really helps, and I do want to thank Arms List again for sponsoring this video.
Warscorp 9. I don't have anything in this mag because we were just doing, showing it on the table. We're gonna try it with the PSA Scorpion mags, see how it does. These are supersonic rounds. I don't think I mentioned the price of this thing. I found it at some retailers for around 700 bucks, which I think is a decent deal for an AR-9 with the CZ Scorpion mag compatibility and the fact that the Daniel Defense, which is the next thing up that it uses Scorpion mags, is literally like $2 grand, which is just absurd. So let's give her a shot, eh? We got the 3-prong from Radical on the front. Let's see how it does. Nice. It's a pretty smooth shooter. I mean, it's blowback. It's just gonna be like any other AR-9 in terms of the recoil, felt recoil. Compared to the Daniel Defense, I think the Daniel Defense it's also blowback, but it's got like some kind of a hydraulic buffer in there or something that makes it somehow, I don't know. Yeah, you wanna spend $1,400 for a hydraulic buffer, go ahead. But this thing seems pretty dialed. Wow. This trigger's awesome. How much we got left? Well, I'll finish this out and then we'll try the can on it. Awesome. All right, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take our replicator. This is the Ventus 9. Of course, additively manufactured. And then it just goes on like that. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but with the subsonics, nice tone. Now, I have not tried the actual CZ OEM mags. We'll see if those run. Fits in there nice and easy. But look at that, man. It just looks cool. All right, now I'm gonna hit the Scorpion bolt release. Nice. Oh yeah. This thing shoots awesome with this trigger. I'm telling you, this MimTac trigger is pretty sick, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of got a thin profile, but the reset on it is beautiful. It's just feel that reset here. So there's the reset. Oh, light reset. Yeah, wow. I like that trigger a lot. Try to bump fire this thing now. This might be a little bit of a shorter video because I mean, I was like hoping that we wouldn't run into malfunctions, but that always makes for an interesting video. But so far so good with this thing. This thing's running like a champ. All right, send a bolt hole. Just give her shit, try to bump fire it. Oh, dude, it's such a light sound. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, dead trigger. Let's see if I got a light primer strike on that one. Yeah, light primer strike. The hammer follow or something. The bump firing. Oh. Nice. Got a lot of mags. Let's see if I can bump fire from the shoulder. Oh, no. I mean, that's a fast trigger. Yeah, it's not the problem with the gun or anything or the trigger. It's just hammer follow when I was trying to bump fire it. Can's hot, but I can grip it. One thing you may be familiar with if you're familiar with AR-9s and like PCCs in general is they don't always love flat-nosed ammo. And so I've got them Cellar and Bellet. These are subsonic flat nose. So I thought, why don't we see if they feed? So we'll just see if it wants to feed it here. Oh, okay, fed that one. We'll see if it runs. Oh, yeah. So I think unfortunately, but not uncommon at all, I think this thing probably doesn't love the flat nose ammo. I can try it one more time, but I think that same thing is gonna happen. Yeah, interesting, it fed it that time. Yeah, so we got one other one. We got a couple rounds off, but yeah. So Cellar and Bellet, flat nose. Now, the other subsonics that I have are from Remington, and they have not quite as steep of a flat nose. And these are running fine. You see that? So a little bit different there in the construction. The Cellar and Bellet ones are shorter, you can tell. So it doesn't love the short flat nose stuff. But the Remington subs that are flat nose, it's running. The magazine I have here is a additively manufactured squirted magazine. So this is this PLA magazine for the Scorpion originally that I made. Oh, dick. Oh, I think it's in there. All right, we're gonna see if it functions. I don't know. This is asking a lot, maybe. Oh, yeah, fed. We'll see. Oh, oh yeah, it's working. Hey, the printed mag worked. Nice. Cool. Well, cool to know that it works. And the cost of, you know, squirting one of these out is not a whole lot. Like, you're talking a couple bucks. So it's gonna be cheaper than the CZ ones or even Magpul or PSA. Next up, I wanna take the can off and just see if I can get some really fast split times with this trigger. See if I can do a reload, because the manual of arms is a little different with the Scorpion. Instead of, you know, pressing the bolt in to get it to close, you press it down, which on an AR, you know, ambi AR, a lot of that is that way with this way, but you're not pushing it in with your palm. You're like kind of more going down with your thumb. So it'll be interesting to see how I do here. I'm gonna do 5 shots. Let's see how quick I can get the split times. The PSA mag feels a little loose, but it's really easy to get it in, like no problem. The Magpul takes a little bit of force. All right, let's see if I can get 5 shots, see how quick I can get 5 shots here. 0.91, split, 1.4, 1.7, 1.3, 1.5, 1.4. 0.82. 0.17, 1.3, 1.5, 1.3. See if I can get under 0.82. It'd be crazy if I could get 0.7. 0.77. 0.13 split. 0.11. Damn, I think that's the fastest I can go. Man, this trigger, thumbs up, dude. The Magpul P-Mags, like I was saying, they fit a little bit more snug, so you really have to like slam them in there. Whereas the PSA ones fit like a glove. They just fit perfect in there. So this does ship with 1 P-Mag. I would recommend just going to the PSA mags. They might be even a little bit cheaper too. These are the AKV ones, so they fit just perfect. It's for reloads. .5 seconds flat. And I think I did do the thumb method over here. I'm just so used to putting my hand over here, you know? I know a lot of you guys get a little upset when I don't make a video about something that's squirted. I will say there are squirted Scorpion lowers out there for AR-9s. So I think it's Invader Zip that designed them. So shouts out to him. And this is cool. I know that the guys that are in charge of Wraithworks, they really love 3D printing. So while this is not 3D printed, I think they definitely approve of that. I always appreciate people that are into that, into the additively manufactured stuff that also, you know, do their own engineering and stuff. So that's pretty neat. That's 4.54. All right, I can do better than that. Let's try it one more time. I think I was reaching for the bolt. I just got to go with my pointer finger, I think. .34. Definitely better. I think this is the move, to use your pointer finger. .5. So it's about a second difference if you use the paddle versus not using the paddle, but still awesome. And obviously I didn't say this before, but this is a non-reciprocating charging handle, so it's not going to be flying back. But as you can see there, that little, you know, nice little machine tolerance is there. Slides nice and easy, and that comes back to right around there. So it's got that relief cut there. Pretty neat. This thing's sick. All right, so we've done a fair amount of little testing with this thing. So far, so good with this. I really love it. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna get to my conclusions in a sec, but I wanna shoot it at like around 100 yards on a torso size target. Just see how it does with accuracy. We got the can on it, so I wonder if there'll be any different point of impact shift at 100, but we'll try it. Torso size target. I'm gonna turn down this Gideon dot to get a little bit more precise. Here we go. I'm a little bit left. Oh, there we go. No problem. Hit the gong. Nice. Nice. Damn, yeah, this thing can hit. Yeah, I mean, it's 9mm, but she can hit at 100. No problem, bud. All right, so we put around 300 rounds for this thing. Pretty quick succession, not gonna lie. We just went right through them, and it's not hard to go through them fast with this thing. Honestly, this is, I'm gonna say it, this is the most fun I've had with an AR-9 by far. The ease of use with the ambi controls and the Scorpion controls alongside the Scorpion mags for the aesthetic and for like that bolt hold open and just ease of use, and the side charger make this my favorite AR-9. It takes the cake for sure. And I'm not normally a big fan of AR-9s, but now, yeah, this actually makes it pretty damn fun. If someone was just kind of wanting to get used to an AR, like the controls, I guess this is a little different with the CC, you know, controls, but I would show them this if they hadn't shot a lot and they wanted to get a little bit of recoil, obviously, because it's you know, just blowback, so there is some recoil, and you wanted to get them used to it, but without the big bang, you know, you put the can on it. This is a great like gun to introduce people to the platform with. Aesthetically, I just think it's really looks awesome. You know, while I'm not a giant fan of the relief cuts and everything, I do see actually that they are there for a reason. It's not just like it's not like a skeletonized situation. They're relief cuts to make it so it's lighter. So that makes sense, and if there's a purpose for it, then I can dig it. We noticed that the flat nose seller and bellet didn't feed, but that's not surprising. It's a PCC AR-9, and a lot of those don't feed. But the other flat nose that was a little bit taller, the Remington stuff worked great, and the supers worked fine, the 115 grains. Yeah, I mean, we didn't run into any malfunctions other than my bump firing It happened. I get it. It was a little hammer follow. Speaking of which, the Mimtac trigger is awesome. I love this trigger. And it's a specific AR-9 trigger, although I'm sure it would work with a lot of your favorite squirted projects. It's a cassette style trigger, so there's that. I really like the reset. I really like the feel of it. You can just do a little ghost. It's about a 3.5 pound pull. Let's feel that. Get close up. It's nice. It's a really crisp break. Reset's super short. There, yeah. I think that's all I can really say about the Wraithworks War Scorp 9. Like I said, it's about a third the price of the Daniel Defense. And if you want the Scorp mags and the Scorp aesthetics and the controls, this is the way to go for an AR-9, for sure. And yeah, the Daniel Defense is overpriced. Surprise, surprise. Thanks guys for watching another episode of PSR. If you want, you can support me on Patreon. Always appreciate the support. There's early access to content and like all of the songs that I've uploaded and videos, like the instrumentals and stuff, that's on there too. So understand if you don't want to either. Just watching the videos makes me happy. And so thank you guys for watching another one. And I will leave you with that. And I hope you have a great day. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Oh, come on.